What's up YouTube, this is Image Bro, and for this particular video, I think we're going to Baker Street. For those of you unaware what that means, no, we're not talking Jerry Rafferty. We're talking Dr. John Watson and the great detective Sherlock Holmes. Because you see, tonight was the first night that I've ever gotten a chance to watch the BBC adaptation of Sherlock. And what we did was what happened was it was a 21st century adaptation, so obviously everything, all the technology that's going to be used, from email to iPhones to Blackberries, whatever, it's going to be the here and now. Yes, for anybody wondering, these episodes are based off of capers involving the books, or from the books of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the author of Sherlock Holmes. Your two main parties that you're going to be obviously dealing with are Sherlock, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, and Martin Freeman playing the great Dr. John Watson. So, where do we begin? Well, how about from the beginning? The first episode is called A Study in Pink, otherwise referred to as A Study in Scarlet if you remember the book. Now then, this episode is the first one of Series 1 from back in 2010. So most of you have probably already seen it. But here is the idea of the cape. Someone is out getting people to essentially commit a, well, let's not call it a suicide because, well, they kind of have an assist to this. But who? That's what we're trying to figure out. And you see, nobody really knows who to call because all the police are stumped. So who do they get? Well, how about the great detective Sherlock Holmes? Now, I'm not going to sit here and break down the episode scene by scene or line by line. If you want to see some of my reactions as I watch these episodes, though, go on my Facebook. You'll see some of them, and they're hysterical. This show literally had me in awe in the first 6 minutes. I'll put it that way. Within the first 5 to 6 minutes, I was sold. I was like, all right, I'm good. Let's just go. Please. Let's just... From this point forward, let's just, you know. The wit that Benedict has, that he portrays with Sherlock, is probably, and I'm going to say this right now, I don't watch that much television anymore, but when I used to watch television regularly, it probably is some of the better acting I've seen in probably, I don't know, 20-some years. Of course, Martin Freeman doesn't do a bad job playing Dr. John Watson either. The good doctor, of course, is a war doctor who unwittingly becomes the flatmate of Sherlock at 221B Baker Street. So yes, they managed to keep that faith. The tricky part, I think, for the show was going to be, okay, everybody knows what this is like from the other time periods. How the hell do you adapt it into the here and now? Because because you're not going to exactly find the other technology and try to find a way to get it to work. So they have to use, Blackberries and iPhones and email. I don't know if they use Skype, but that probably at some point, if need be, gets used, So it's definitely interesting to see how they adapted it and did it seamlessly and flawlessly. The power of the deduction skill deduction that Sherlock has. In other words, Benedict. I was in awe. The way he could dissect someone from appearance to gestures to the way they hold something, just little things that you and I, the average Joe, might not pick up on. Mind you, my observational skills are pretty good. I somehow found my brother's glasses in the dark one night. I'm not kidding. By a potato chip bag, nonetheless. But that's a whole other story. I'm watching this and I'm just going, this man's not from our planet. He's from somewhere else. Because, alright, another perfect example. Here's a perfect example. There was, their first meeting in the computer room. There was also the cab ride that they took to go to the crime, or to go to a scene or whatever. And I'm watching this and I'm just going, dude, what the? He was picking things, he was picking little seamless things and observing them, and I'm like, seriously, that was me for probably almost the entire episode, if not the entire episode, just about having my jaw hit the floor going like what am I looking at here? I was loving it, to be honest. I wish we had, maybe we do and I just don't watch them, I wish we had a detective show that was like that, to be honest. This guy, every 5 minutes he's looking at something just going, he's observing something about, this person, that blood stain on the door, that, coffee mug that got knocked over in a fight or something. It's just like, how do you do this and be normal? You can't be human. It was the first time I could safely say I've gotten to see the Great Detective in action, probably ever, because I don't think I've ever seen the original Sherlock movies or whatever. So this was a first for me, and just to see it was enjoyable. If you can find this episode, and I know you can, on the interweb, or if you want to get from Amazon, because Amazon has season 1, which is the season we're dealing with here, on Amazon for $20-some. Yes, I do plan on picking it up. Actually, I'm telling you right now, I plan on picking up both of them in Series 3 when it comes out on DVD, because he is one of the greatest detectives of our time, and the man who's playing him is doing a damn good job. And this is only the first episode and I was already sold. That's all I'm saying. You need to go out of your way to watch this, because the way he could deduce things, and even the way he handled things when it came to his own peril, it just made me go, he's either completely deranged which the oh god, one of the police officers at the crime scene. I don't know what they're called. They wear the hat with the little checkered thing on it. I don't, if you know what, if you're from England, you know what that's called. Please tell me, because I don't. I legitimately don't know. But the one woman said, he's a psychopath. And at one point in the episode, you see him like standing. He'd been Sherlock, standing up on the roof of a building, and it's like, look, he's looking down the street. And I'm watching this. I'm like, what the hell are you doing there, bud? Come on down now. I don't know if he's crazy, deranged, or just smarter than a tack. He might be all three. But what the hell? Look how... This is also why sometimes I'm glad I'm average intelligence. People can't then complain that I'm completely gone. But anywho, do yourself a favor and go out your way and find this episode, specifically of Sherlock. You probably don't have to go on Daily Motion, but yeah. Somebody said it in a reply to my comment under the Sherlock Series 3 trailer. They said, it's a great show, and after you get done watching, you'll feel 100 times smarter. Or you'll feel 100 times dumber, because he's picking off things, and you're just sitting there going, I wouldn't have thought about that. I wouldn't have thought about that. I might not have thought about that either. Thanks! But no, definitely go check it out. And we're going to be spending a couple days, and we're going to be spending a couple nights in Baker Street. Or on Baker Street, rather. I hope you'll enjoy the trip, because I'm already enjoying it. This is only one episode. You have a good night.